The story begins with a couple camping in the Scottish Highlands. They talk for a while, and the woman gives her boyfriend a silver letter opener as a gift. Later that night, while the couple is enjoying a romantic moment, their tent is suddenly torn open by a strange creature. It attacks the woman first, saving the man for last. A few hours later, in North Wales, a soldier named Lawrence Cooper is running through a forest, evading a group of men as part of a test to join a military team. He eventually confronts them, only to be stopped by Captain Ryan. Ryan congratulates him for evading them for so long, then orders him to end the life of a dog to prove his loyalty. Cooper refuses, so Ryan tells him he's failed the test and ends the dog's life himself. Cooper becomes furious and tries to fight back, but is quickly overpowered. For weeks later, in the Scottish Highlands, a squad of 6 soldiers arrives via helicopter for a training exercise. Sergeant Harry begins assigning tasks, while one soldier, Joe, complains about missing a football match. The sergeant reminds them to be alert and to attack anyone from the opposing team on sight. Later, the sergeant shows Cooper a map with possible enemy locations. They decide to head toward a gorge at night due to lighter security in that area. As they advance through the forest, Cooper mentions that many people have gone missing in the area, including the couple from earlier. Unbeknownst to them, Captain Ryan is watching. That night, the soldiers set up camp. Cooper asks the others about their fears, and the sergeant shares a story from 1991 about a comrade who had a tattoo meant to bring luck. Despite the charm, the man was killed in a conflict, though the tattoo remained untouched. They raise a toast in his memory. Their mood is interrupted when a cow's body suddenly falls in front of them. Terry fires at it in panic. Upon inspecting it, they realize it wasn't hurt by bullets, but by bite marks. Panic spreads, but the sergeant orders calm and assigns watch duty. Elsewhere, Captain Ryan is being watched from a distance before being attacked. The next morning, the group investigates the cow's origin and continues through the forest. They find flesh remains, then spot an emergency flare. Following it, they discover a campsite with human remains. As they search, Captain Ryan suddenly appears, severely wounded. He begs them to leave, saying the place is crawling with creatures. The sergeant questions him, but Ryan remains silent. They try to use a radio, but get no signal. They gather supplies, and Ryan warns them their weapons will be useless. Moments later, a scream and howls break the silence. They grab Ryan and flee. As they run, Bruce hears more howls. He tries to escape, but ends up impaled on a branch and is then attacked. Sergeant Harry also tries to fight off a creature, but is badly hurt. Cooper rescues him, and they regroup. As the group battles the attackers, Cooper sees a vehicle and jumps in front of it. A woman named Megan stops and lets them in. A creature climbs onto the car, but they injure it and escape. Megan asks what happened. They explain they were attacked and need medical help. Arriving at a house, they find it empty and break in. Inside, they treat the sergeant's wounds and find food on the stove. Cooper asks Megan about a phone, and she says the nearest one is 180 kilometers away, with the closest town being 4 hours off. Planning to head there, Cooper and Joe check the car, only to find it destroyed and the creatures surrounding them. Cooper detonates the vehicle to stop the beasts. Back in the house, the group barricades the doors, though tensions rise when Terry vomits on the captain. Joe secures the windows. Megan asks if they came to eliminate the creatures, but Cooper denies any knowledge of them. Megan then reveals they are intelligent beings, werewolves, who hunt during the full moon. Cooper is skeptical. He checks on the sergeant, and Megan claims to know how to stop the creatures, though Cooper focuses on medical treatment instead. Upstairs, they continue tending to the sergeant, who compliments Cooper's character before asking to be knocked out to avoid the pain. Cooper complies. Later, Cooper questions Megan again, and she insists she has seen the creatures before and that he will too. Cooper gathers the group and says they can still make it out, but they'll have to fight. Joe asks what they are up against, and Megan repeats, they are werewolves. She then asks for everyone's names. Cooper introduces the team and leaves Captain Ryan for last, stating that he's not really one of them, which angers the captain. A heated argument follows, and Ryan threatens Cooper with a gun. Megan disarms him by throwing something at him, and they tie him to a chair. Suddenly, the power goes out. The creatures have disabled the generator. Cooper now believes Megan's warning and orders everyone to prepare for a fight. Megan offers to help, but Cooper tells her to watch over her dog and keep an eye on Ryan. The soldiers prepare for the incoming attack. As the beasts approach, they start firing, and Joe uses a grenade. Cooper hears noise from upstairs and remembers the sergeant is alone. He rushes up and helps him fight off one of the creatures. After they manage to stop it, the other beasts retreat. Terry, thinking it's safe, lets his guard down and is taken. Cooper checks on the sergeant, who says he's feeling better, then tells. They realize they won't make it out alive, which angers him. Megan tells him to ignore Ryan and then confesses that she knows him. She had been in contact with his unit when they wanted to investigate what had been happening. Cooper asks the others how much ammunition they have left. They inform him they're running low. Cooper decides to give Megan a weapon so she can defend herself. They begin discussing possible solutions, knowing they're almost out of bullets. Megan mentions that there's a vehicle in the barn, but they'll need to cross to the other side to retrieve it. Joe offers to go, but Cooper says he'll need help. He asks Spoon to create a distraction while Joe attempts to reach the barn. Spoon goes outside to get the creature's attention. Joe then runs toward the barn. One of the beasts heads towards Spoon, so Megan tells him to come back. He runs back to the house, but the creature climbs the rope. They cut it, causing the beast to fall. Meanwhile, Joe manages to reach the car and starts it. When the headlights turn on, he sees Terry being attacked by one of the creatures. The beast then goes after him. Joe drives, while Cooper tells the others to head downstairs to get to the vehicle quickly. Joe stops the car when he hears something breathing in the back seat. He decides to confront it, but is quickly taken down. At the same time, the others leave the house, but when they open the door, they only see the creature. Megan opens fire and takes it down. They return to the house. Megan begins playing the piano to ease the tension as the soldiers reflect on what they've experienced, while the howls continue in the distance. Later, Cooper checks the car and reports back. It's unusable, the pump is broken, the belt is gone, and it has lost most of its fuel. Harry asks where Joe's body is, and Cooper replies that it disappeared. Back in the kitchen, Cooper asks Spoon how many rounds they have left. Spoon says only 48. Cooper then turns to Captain Ryan and asks if he likes football. He mentions Joe was a big fan. Ryan looks confused and asks what that has to do with anything. Cooper says Joe won't be watching any more matches and begins blaming Ryan. Ryan brings up the time Cooper refused to follow an order involving a dog and asks if that's the reason Cooper is upset. Cooper ignores the question and instead thanks him, saying that if it weren't for that moment, he'd now be taking orders from someone who doesn't care about his team. Moments later, Ryan reveals that the special unit sent him and his men to investigate the creatures. Harry asks why they were brought in, knowing the area was dangerous. Ryan admits the unit used Harry's squad as bait. Cooper and Harry get angry and start attacking Ryan. As he's knocked down, Ryan begins behaving strangely and starts to change due to the wounds he had received. A fight breaks out, but Ryan escapes through a window. They secure the house again and begin arguing about what to do. Megan explains how the creatures hunt in packs and suggests a plan: blow up the barn with a gas tank to stop them. They prepare the gas tank and lure the beasts toward it. Cooper checks on Harry, who says he's feeling better, but he also warns that his injuries are healing too fast, suggesting he might change too. He offers to distract the creatures if things go wrong. Cooper refuses the idea. The plan begins. They use the car to leave a trail of fuel leading to the barn. Harry lights it, and Cooper watches the explosion. But the creatures survive. Megan begins apologizing. She had lied. There were never any creatures in the barn. Cooper is furious. A pair of beasts appear behind Megan. She begins to change, but before she fully transforms, Harry stops her. They run. Spoon locks himself in a room and starts firing, but quickly runs out of ammunition. Cooper and Harry try to hold off the beasts in another room, blocking the path. Spoon continues to fight, but is overpowered by two of them. The creatures attempt to reach Cooper and Harry, so they move to another room. Harry decides to sacrifice himself so Cooper can escape. He tells Cooper to hide in the basement and then causes an explosion. Later, Cooper faces off with Ryan, who is now fully changed. Megan's dog joins the fight. Cooper uses a silver letter opener to wound the creature, then finishes it off. The next morning, Cooper emerges from the basement with the dog, the only survivor.